Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, congrats to the team as they called Colombia as they were able to storm Germany in the first game they play at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup there. Well, it has actually started and the ladies are beginning to bang in more goals according to how they've been doing with their feet. Right now, we'll be talking sport on the show. Joining me to talk sport is Ibrahim Yusuf. Good to have you.
Always nice to be here, Adeni.
No, very nice in Milan today.
No, not in Milan.
Okay, let's start with the first story where Costa Rica 2022 is actually ongoing right there. Well, a lot of matches have been played. We look at Colombia stormed Germany in tournament opener. 1-0 it actually ended, but in favor of Colombia. Why? Because Germany, we know they've been fantastic when it comes to this tournament. Twice they've dropped Nigeria from the final, and now they just felt the stinging power of a Colombian team.
Yeah, well, it's actually, it's good to see the evolution of women football. I mean, like these days, the women's game is coming to the fore, and at this level, on the 20 level, it's fantastic to see. And it's good to see nations like this, the Colombia, coming up to stun Germany. We expected to win a game like that due to their pedigree and what they've been doing for the women's game. And it's fantastic when you see that, because that means the level of competition is getting tougher, it's getting stiffer, and which is very, very good for the game.
And maybe I hope this has not actually ignite some action from Germany. You know, that first loss will be like, what happened? How did we get it wrong?
Yeah, well, you see, the loss of a first game can work either for you or against you. It can either
demoralize you.
Yeah, it can demoralize you completely or galvanize you into action to say, okay, fine, we can do better than this. We know we can do better. So why can't we just do better than that? And then you'll see that they can take on all comers and go and do the damage at the end of the day. But it could actually demoralize you and say, okay, we are not as good as we thought we were, and that means we're not even good enough. If we can get beat by them, we can get beat by the next guy, so why don't we just lay down and take the beating and go home? So it can work either for you or against you. It depends on the kind of mentality the German girls have. So that will be the one, what will take them either forward in the tournament, or we'll see them crashing out.
FIFA Under-20 Women World Cup there, where Colombia actually pipped Germany. As a lot of people were never expecting that, but it happened. That's football. At times you underrate your opponent at your own peril, and it has happened now favoring Colombia. In that first game, it was an opener, and they won that game. Let's look at the other result as we went down in that competition. We have, well, you saw there that Germany actually lost against Colombia. New Zealand, they play 1-0 draw against Mexico Under-20, that for women. Spain, also, it was a goalless against Brazil, a tough one there. And you have Costa Rica 1, Australia 3. So far, Australia have scored 3 goals in this competition. Has just started yesterday. Now, you look at Spain-Brazil, that game, a lot of people were looking at who's going to win that game, and really it ended 0-0.
Yeah, well, these are very two strong football nations when it comes to the men's game or the women's game.
Both.
Exactly. When it comes to the men's game and the women's game, they're right up there with the best of them. So it was a clash that everybody looked forward to, and I think it was a fair result in the 0-0. Yes, we would have loved to see more goals as neutrals.
Well, as if both of them went, they were like being so careful.
Yeah, and they cancelled each other out at the end of the day. You know, sometimes when games become too tactical, that is when you get situations like this, all right? It becomes a chess game and it gets all drawn out because everybody doesn't want to concede, first of all, so you lose sight of one of the other objectives, which is to score. So at the end of the day, it ended like that, which is, I think, a fair reflection of both teams and how they set up in the first place. So they cancelled each other out because, as we said earlier, they're two very strong footballing nations, and everybody was looking forward to that game. We would have loved to see more goals as neutrals, but I think it's a fair reflection at the end of the day.
A fair reflection of what happened there. Spain versus Brazil, 0-0. Both teams playing cautiously. And now you also look at the fact that Germany, they were stunned by Colombia. Still looking at that particular result there. Well, good one for Australia. They were able to win 3-1 against Costa Rica. The host nation, I'm sure the support, the home support now didn't work. It didn't work for Costa Rica.
Just like we talked about first losses, home support can either work for you, it can work against you or for you. You understand? It can either galvanize you to victory or put you under so much intense pressure that you will be so nervous to perform, and you'll be so scared to actually not perform in front of your home crowd, and then at the end of the day you get beat. So I think that was exactly what happened to Costa Rica. They got overwhelmed by the occasion. The support was there, but they felt under pressure to actually deliver. So at the end of the day, they got beat by an Australian team. There's a very good Australian team actually, and I think they're one to watch in this tournament. And of course, it's just like we explained earlier. It's a very good thing to see how the women's game is evolving now, especially at this level, under 20 level. We've seen some very high quality games now so far, and it's something that is quite interesting. New Zealand and Mexico, you can see the evolution, just like we said.
Both of them also.
Yeah,
playing 1-1.
A 1-1 draw. I mean, like on paper, you would say, okay, the Mexicans will get it because they have a better pedigree when it comes to women football when compared to New Zealand. But New Zealand came to the party, you understand? And
they got some handout from Australia.
And they got themselves a draw. You see, that's the thing, because they're neighbors. Yeah, so that's the thing. So they went in there with a very good mentality, played a very good game, and got a very good result, and nobody expected them to get. So, like we keep on saying, the women's game is evolving. Lots of teams are coming to the fore right now, just like we saw in Africa. Other teams that we thought were not contenders are contenders now. We got dethroned in the worst way that we could actually imagine, you understand? And that is a wake-up call for us to actually do what is right. All these teams, all these nations are actually trying to evolve, trying to get the best out of their girls and make their national teams what they're supposed to be. So I think we should be doing the same as well.
Well, we've been talking concerning the FIFA Under-20 World Cup taking place in Costa Rica. Well, Nigeria will be playing today, although it's going to be at midnight. That will be coming up in our subsequent edition as we talk about that. But right now, some teams actually started the journey. Some have won and some lost. Well, from the way it says, Ghana will also be playing today. Big one against USA. Very, very big match there. Just a match to watch. Now we'll be looking at that. Congrats to Colombia. It was a stunning one, really. Now, from there, let's talk about the CAF African Super Cup that was just launched on Thursday, or rather on Wednesday in Tanzania. It was done over there in Arusha, and now Africans cannot wait for this competition to begin. 24 clubs to compete in Juicy League, $100 million on ground, according to the news coming in that the organizer actually pegged each nation, member nation, to get $1 million each season and to be starting next year anyway. But right now, the winner, like we said yesterday, $11.6 million. But you look at all the participating teams, 24 teams will get $3.2 million for logistics, buying of players, transportation, whatever you want to call it. But at least they've seen that, okay, this thing can be done. And they are really edging towards. They had Infantino there, who was there to at least support in the launching of the African Super League. But right, just like we actually opined yesterday, that this might take away the shine from CAF Confederation, CAF Champions League, or CAF inter-club competition. Well, let's just see how it's going to be.
Well, definitely it's going to take the shine away from it. This is a bigger tournament. It has a bigger prize money. Definitely it has a better TV deal, and they're putting more emphasis on it. They're placing more emphasis on it and giving it more attention than they're giving the Champions League. I say improve the Champions League. That's what you already have right now. The idea of the Super League, yes, I know it's all about money, and you need to look at the business aspect of football as well. But repackage the Champions League, make it better, take it to the standard of the Super League that you want to see, because the Champions League is the reward for all the hard work you did during the previous season to win your league or to come second and finish in that bracket. That is your reward for getting into the Champions League. And that is where you get to play the best from the tournament, because it is assumed that whoever is in the Champions League, that is the best the continent has to offer. So then why create a separate parallel league and call it the Super League and
pumping more money?
Put it more money, giving it more prize money, giving it more priority than what you already have. Then you cancel the Champions League and everybody knows that you have only the Super League to contend with. You understand? So I don't think it is the right time to do this for African football. Maybe somewhere down the line, if our leagues or if our Champions League gets to a certain degree and all our leagues actually at a particular standard. Europe have better leagues than ours, have more money,
infrastructure,
than we do, everything. But they kicked against the Super League that was going to be formed by a couple of teams because of this particular reason. One of the main arguments was that it was going to take away the shine from the UEFA Champions League. That was the main thing. Who'd want to go and watch the Champions League when, if Braga are playing Midtjylland, when I can go and see Bayern Munich and Real Madrid every day? So that's the problem. So that is exactly what's going to happen to this. They're going to kill the CAF Champions League because they are bringing in this one that is going to have more shine than the Champions League that you already have. And I don't think that is good for African football. At this moment, that is not what we need.
I think at times, because I'm just like, okay, was it because even though the European Super League was quashed later, but we always want to take a cue from this. We picked that particular thing from them and now decided to put it here in Africa.
Exactly.
And from the way it is, it's very, very obvious that we've already killed our inter club.
Exactly, because even the journey that we're talking about, they kicked, or the Infantino, they kicked against it. They kicked against
Now,
the Super
why
League.
is he coming?
And now
he
he's
came
supporting,
to Africa, supporting Africa
the one for Africa.
automatically. They are killing African football.
If it was so good for you, if it was such a good thing, why didn't you
allow it to work in Europe?
Why didn't you guys do it? I mean, like, that is a question that we as Africans should be asking. If it was such a good thing, if the Super League was such a great
see
thing,
that
why didn't you do it yourself?
I think I see it as one kind of political move, one way or the other. You know, Infantino is seeking for, although we'll be talking about that story, he's seeking for the third time beat down. And already news actually came out that CAF Africa will be supporting, the whole Africa will be supporting his third time bid, and from the way it is, well, you have to be here. They play a game, and you look at if CAF Champions League, where all of us are always looking up to, is not any, let's say the biggest prize money is $2.8 or $2.5 million, and now you have a Super League where a team can earn 11.6 million. Aside that, for the fact that they are participating, they get 3 points. Now, if you add that, they will also be looking at, okay, if you can win this plus this, you are getting 14.
Exactly.
And then all the member nations will get $1 million.
Already, guaranteed.
Now, you begin to look at, okay, now it means automatically, you guys are saying, let's forget about these two interclub competitions. Maybe they should have just scrap it.
Of course.
And then, okay, we are doing this, we are no longer playing this. Because right now,
picture this scenario now, a situation whereby you have a CAF Champions League game tonight, and then in a week you have a Super League game.
You prefer to watch the other one?
Of course.
Because they are the best of the best from each.
Even as a club, if you're going to play a game now and play a game next week, you weigh the options and then you see, okay, which one is better? I have 11.6 million to win here. The best I can get here is 2.5, 2.6 million. I'll play my B team in the Champions League and then go to the Super League with my A game. You understand? Because that is where my attention is. So at the end of the day, you're turning your Champions League, you're making it worse than a domestic club competition. And that is exactly what's going to happen. And once that happens, because the bulk of African teams, the bulk of African clubs will go to the Champions League, that kills our leagues. Because if the best of our teams cannot be able to compete against each other, and then we'll find the real, who is actually the best in Africa, then we are in trouble.
And to make it worse,
so Europe are sending us something that they rejected.
They pick clubs according to how they say FIFA ranking or thereabout geographical location. Now, from the way it is, you have about 3 teams from Morocco, 3 from Algeria, from Tunisia, Egypt, 3 from South Africa. You have 1 from Nigeria. You have 1 from Angola. And just, I was looking at that, I was like, okay, this is it. We really need to improve our football.
We need to do that, and we're killing it. We're just murdering African football right now. Europe has brought us something that they rejected, and we're swallowing it hook, line, and sinker.
Just so that this will turn African football around. African Super Cup as projected by CAF, and now it's going to come up by 2023. Now, let's start with the biggest one that actually came up yesterday between Real Madrid versus Eintracht Frankfurt over there in Helsinki Stadium in Finland. It welcomed the fact that a lot of artists talking about the musicians, everybody waiting to see who will carry this particular win between the two clubs. You look at the Europa Cup winner and the Champions League winner. Madrid, they came to the party, they conquered 2-0, although they didn't listen to you. They were able to at least, they held back Eintracht Frankfurt for not scoring that 1 goal.
Yeah, they kept a clean sheet, which is a good thing, but not through the lack of, Frankfurt failed to score, not through the lack of not trying, because they gave it a good one. I just like
they fought hard
yesterday. Yes, they fought hard. I told you they were going to go down, but they'll go down swinging, because no matter what it is, no matter how you look at it, these guys are champions in their own rights. They won the Europa League. And that is a tournament.
You can't take it away from them.
You cannot take it away from them. A lot of teams participated in the Europa League last season and didn't win it, but they did. So definitely there's something that they brought. You understand? They came yesterday, yes, they were swimming against the tide because it's Real Madrid. But still, they gave a very good account of themselves. 2-0, yes, it was slightly a fair reflection of it. I think 2-1 would have been better because they had some great chances in that game. They had some absolutely great chances in that game, and if they had converted one, then we would be.
You guys would have been the octopus.
We would have been saying it was tighter. We would have been saying it's tighter. But when you look at the game based on the score, you'll say, okay, fine. Real Madrid actually went there and did the business. We did expect them to do the business actually, and but Frankfurt gave a good account of themselves, and I think they went down swinging. They should be proud of their performance yesterday.
They should be proud of their performance. You look at that game where Real Madrid caught self Alaba and Benzema. They were able to score those 2 goals, and they made Real Madrid to win that UEFA Super Cup, making the man of the moment, Don Carlo Ancelotti, to be the manager who actually won so many trophies, and the record is there for the Italian. Ancelotti really did well. This time around, it seems Ancelotti is becoming the greatest coach ever right now.
I've always said this, I've said this from last season, that he's one of the difference makers when it comes to what Real Madrid is actually doing now. Yeah, the team on the pitch, it should be good, but the man on the bench should also be tactically sound, because he's the one who's bringing the team out. He's the one who's giving out the instructions, and at the end of the day, you play what he wants to play. All right? If your manager is not sound enough, then you get beat. It's as simple as that. Individual brilliance can take you only as far as it can get you, but you need somebody who's actually going to bring the team together and give you exactly what you want. And Carlo Ancelotti seems to have found the winning formula when it comes to Real Madrid right now as it is. Yes, a lot of people are saying, okay, fine, they have a lot of players that are going to be phased out in a couple of years, and their recruitment policy doesn't suggest that they're trying to replenish those ranks. But still, as it is now, Real Madrid are the team to beat because they have the players, they have the manager, and I think Carlo Ancelotti has been a difference maker from last season up until now when it comes to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, champions of Europe right now. Well, you just have to appreciate what they did against Eintracht Frankfurt. Frankfurt fought hard, but it was not enough as they lost that game by 2-0. Alaba and Benzema to the glory there. Now we move away from there quickly. Let's talk about the man that came to Africa, leading world football, Gianni Infantino. Right now will be seeking the 3rd term. And according to CAF President Patrick Motsepe, CAF to back FIFA President's bid for re-election. Well, this is the 3rd time. And from the way it is, like I said earlier, coming to support the African Super Cup is just a way of stylishly canvassing for votes.
His own campaign. Do you know how much CAF is getting from the Super League? We understand. We're talking about how much they're going to spend on it, but do you know how much they're going to get? That is something that we haven't heard yet.
Of course.
You understand? Exactly. So for him to actually support something like that, you know, and give them the opportunity to actually practice something like this, because there was no resistance whatsoever. We didn't even hear about this thing being concocted until it was announced that they were going to do the Super League. So everything is all a bit hush-hush when it comes to it. And nobody has any idea what CAF is getting in return. So for them to allow CAF to actually do this, then definitely, you know, something has to give. So I think FIFA supported CAF to bring in the Super League. And now they are going to give Infantino the votes to actually go for a 3rd term.
When you get 54 votes already from Africa.
Exactly, because CAF is the beautiful bride when it comes to FIFA elections. Because we
sit for votes.
Exactly, because we have those 54 football associations. You understand? And usually they vote as a bloc. They usually vote as a bloc. So once you get that, when you know you have CAF in your pocket, then that means you know you have 54 votes.
Already, you know that already the election is half won. Exactly. Because CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, Euro and all that.
CONMEBOL, how many countries do we have there? CONCACAF. When you put CONMEBOL, CONCACAF and
Euro and UEFA.
Not UEFA, the Oceania.
The Oceania
together.
The Oceania and
together.
How many votes come
they
from
will
the
not
Oceania?
give you. They will not give you what Africa gives
the total, the 3, the CONCACAF, the CONMEBOL, the Oceania, the 3 blocks cannot even be up to, like, let's say half of African votes.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So you can discount those, go get Africa, get half of Europe, and you're there.
Of course. So at least from the way it is, Gianni Infantino already making way for his 3rd term bid. According to the news we're in, the CAF will be supporting him for the 3rd term election. Well, let's see how World Football Governing Body will be going concerning that. You remember Blatter? Remember Avalanche, the Brazilian?
And
I remember
he was there for years.
For a very long time. In fact, a lot of people grew up to be like Avalanche is for FIFA.
Whenever you see him, he's synonymous with actually with FIFA.
Just the way the Cameroonian man, Ayatu, was with CAF. Exactly. That was how Avalanche was with
So I think
FIFA
that's what Gianni is trying to do now.
Well, maybe Infantino is trying to break that up. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, Blatter could have actually actually done that, but because of all the issue that came up later, that actually went down water. Now, quickly, let's talk about some transfer here and there. Well, the former coach now is a former coach of Kwara United. Abdoulaye Bifo has right now resigned his appointment. He has confirmed his departure from Kwara United after playing with them, coaching them for 3 seasons. He has been with them, and right now he's very happy that the team eventually picked continental ticket. They'll be playing the CAF Confederation as the team that was picked by Nigerian Football Federation to represent Nigeria at the CAF Confederation after the ITO Cup was not being concluded before the time that CAF gave. Right now, Kwara United, they will no longer have Abdoulaye Bifo as their coach.
I think he's bowing out when the ovation is quite high. I mean, like, for some...
Although, maybe because it was reported that he was ill, he went to the US and treated himself and all that.
Yeah, but still, it's still not a bad way to go. I mean, like, getting your team to the Continental Championship, even though it wasn't due to, let's say, like, performances or anything like that, but still, he put them in that...
Indirect.
Yeah, they came in through the back door, but still, he put them in that position to be recognized, and he got them there. For 3 years, he actually worked and brought Kwara United to the fore and gave them that opportunity, and now they are there. So I think it's not a bad way for him to actually go, and if he is ill, we do wish him well, and we wish him speedy recovery, and we hope that he lands on his feet, and we hope to see him again.
Well, good one there for Abdoulaye Bifo, wishing him all the best in this endeavor. Right now, we talk about a Nigerian, a striker, Cyril Dessa. Cyril Dessa is no longer a player of Genk in Belgium. Belgian Jupiler League, you will no longer see his action. Right now, he has moved to Italy, €6.5 million deal to join Cremonese there. Right now, it seems this team that just moved to Italia Serie A right now are making waves. Yeah,
they are making waves. The thing is, one of the major things that they actually give you is they give you a guarantee of playing time. Most of these players, that is what they want. I want to go to somewhere that I know I can play.
I have that opportunity to showcase.
Exactly, you understand. So Cremonese moving for Dessers is actually a very good move. We've seen Monza make some very serious moves as well. Yeah, we know they have the Berlusconi money and the Galliani influence, but still, they're making some serious moves in the market. I mean, like, they're still in for Mauro Icardi right now and a lot of other players as well. So I think it's good for Italian football, and it's good for the players that are moving there because they get to play. When you get to play, you get to be seen, get a chance with your national team, and maybe you get picked up by another bigger club per se or something like that.
But I see a power of conviction. They really convince him here. They really for him to leave Genk in Belgium. Yeah. Belgian Jupiler League, where he's making way, at least one of the top striker when you think of Jupiler League, and now moving to Italian Serie A, not into those mid-table or even the top table. Not a team that is just coming, newly promoted team to the Italian Serie A.
I think he sees an opportunity there. He sees an opportunity to actually make his mark in a team that is looking for, because these teams like this, they're looking for heroes. You understand? And he sees an opportunity.
Come on, make history for us.
Exactly. He feels that this is an opportunity for me to do this, because if I can come here, do the business, and keep these guys up, then I can write my own ticket at the end of the day.
Good one there. Why Barcelona are trying to see how they can ship out some players from their club so that they can register the new player they sign. Attention is given to Chelsea right now, because Chelsea could be saving them in buying Frankie de Jong and also Aubameyang. Well, the two players are really interested. Chelsea, they want to go for them. According to the news coming, that Tuchel want to move for Aubameyang and also de Jong.
Well, de Jong's relationship with Barcelona seems to be deteriorating by the day, and definitely he's not going to stay beyond this summer. I'm definitely sure of that. He doesn't want to go to Manchester United, so I think Chelsea is offering him a way out, and of course offering Barcelona a way out as well. Because I've just
between now and Saturday.
Because I just learned, yeah, you understand, that some players can walk away for free if they are not registered by Saturday. You understand, Christensen and Frank Kessie, they can actually leave if they are not registered by Saturday. So I think they need to move fast so that they can be able to offload these guys, and I know they come with monster salaries.
I actually met one fan of Real Madrid say he doesn't want it to happen.
No, a lot of teams in Europe, a lot of teams in La Liga don't actually want that to happen. They don't want them to offload these players. They don't want them to get the space to register these new guys, because if they do, Barcelona will be a force, I think, to be reckoned with this season. Well,
looking at the fact that a lot of clubs will be wishing that Barcelona will not be to register this player, well, Barcelona fans will also be praying that de Jong, Aubameyang should move away so that Lewandowski, Rafinha and the likes can get registered for the club, Barcelona. That will be it on 360 Sports. Ibrahim Yusuf, thank you very much.
Always nice. Thanks for having me.
Good one there. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.